Hello friends, Running Kimono here. In today's Saturday chat video, I'm going to kind of take some discussion points from a post that I did on Instagram and kind of make a video on it. So, a lot of us are talking about the economy and what's going on and how a dollar really isn't a dollar anymore right now, and how groceries, gas, and rent are the top three. Probably throw in your cell phone bill and utilities as well. But other than that, your paycheck and your dollar can't get stretched any further. And one of the ladies who follows me over there on Instagram just basically said, hey, I have about, I think it was like 18 or 20 birthdays and then Christmas right around the corner. So I guess everybody's either a Libra or a Scorpio baby. And she's like, I just want people to take money, not to buy me a gift in the future for my birthday, and then just to buy themselves something. And that is a really, really difficult conversation to have. I think we've all been there at one time or another where you have a friend who always lavishes you with a nice gift and it's their birthday and you can't take them out for dinner and you can't do very much for their birthday because you just don't have the funds to do it. And then I'm thinking that Christmas is literally 2 months down the line, the most joyous time of the year. And if you can't afford your daily living, how can you afford all the extras at Christmas time? Well, extreme couponers always have a secret weapon in their back pocket, and we'll talk about that in a second. But if you usually buy something very nice, for a parent or a spouse, you might have that difficult conversation, and don't have it the week of Christmas. Have it right now and say, hey, listen, the numbers are just not adding up. Can we do something different this year? Maybe a fun little gift swap for under $10, or just something completely out of the box, making Christmas cookies. I will walk your dog for the month of January and February in downtown Chicago, which is cold and windy. Just kind of think of things outside of the box. Not every gift has a price tag. You have an elderly parent or grandparent, perhaps a couple pedicures and a foot massage would go a really long way. It's to think of giving outside of the box, but have the conversation now, because if there is no expectation, there is no disappointment. And that's one thing I struggle with myself, is disappointing people, because I like to think that I always give the nicest gifts. I probably don't. But if I genuinely couldn't afford something, I would be telling my loved ones right now, like, hey, this economy isn't it. I'm really struggling and I can barely afford to keep the lights on. So Christmas might be a little different this year. And I think this is a conversation a lot of us will be having. And I thank that follower on Instagram for being so brave and sharing that she had all these birthday gifts and Christmas right around the corner and she didn't know how she was going to handle it. Because I think it's honest and it's something that a lot of us will be dealing with. And Christmas only comes around once a year. It is the most joyous time of the year where we give a little bit more, and it's just a wonderful, magical time of the year. But the thing to spend, well, maybe this is the year that we actually put the brakes on that and stop spending so much money. Share a little story of a no spend Christmas. Well, here's one. I remember back in 2003, my dad was in the hospital for I think like 3 months. And he was very, very sick, and we almost lost him. And that's where Christmas was celebrated that year, in a hospital. There was no lavish gift. There was nothing. It was just a lot of hand holding and sharing stories and spending time together. And I reflect on that. And I got to spend Christmas with him that year. It was really special. And sometimes you just have to realize that maybe spending an afternoon with a parent, grandparent, loved ones, it supersedes these superficial little things that we buy. I mean, it's always cute to give whatever, but it's not really what the holiday is about in my book. If you have to have that difficult conversation, do it now, not 2 days before Christmas. Be smart. Now, as an extreme couponer, a lot of us have a stockpile that's quite large. We know how to get things on a shoestring or a dime, and that is your superpower as an extreme couponer. I have made several videos in the past about last minute giving, quick little stockpile gifts, stuff that we were hauling years ago, and just showing you little things. And I will link this video at the very end. I don't think I made one last year because I had a special visit from Mrs. Rona and I was not up for doing these little baskets and stuff. But I did one, I think, 2 years previous. I will link it at the end just to give you guys some idea. If you're sitting on, $10,000 to $20,000 stockpile, you can use a little bit of cellophane and a couple of bows, and you can make a couple of gifts very quickly. And I think these practical gifts are gifts that people want more now than ever, especially with the price of goods in every store. That's it for this video, guys. Catch you in the next one. Bye.